We once again find ourselves at the Cannes International Film Festival as the National Film and Video Foundation, the agency mandated to promote the film industry. We are here leading the South African delegation to position the South African film industry to the world.
If you look at Cannes this year, it's celebrating 70th year in existence, and coming here we have learned a lot. We have found ourselves meeting with various producers, with various writers, and all kinds of people in the industry.
What we really hope is that they're able to find partners that can help co-produce their films together with them. What co-production does is that it releases additional finances from different markets that adds to the finances that they've already been able to secure in South Africa. It also gives the filmmakers access to different sales agents and different distributors. So we're hoping that our filmmakers are actually able to strike deals, sign deals that are really going to grow their films and grow the profiles of the films that they brought to Cannes.
Zulu Wedding is a feature film about a young lady named Lungile from KZN. When finding out that she's been promised to an 80-year-old chief, she runs away to New York to study dance, where she meets a young man who proposes. She falls in love with him and agrees to marry this guy. As a surprise, he invites her uncle to come for the engagement party, and they agreed to come to South Africa to do the lobola, only to have the whole thing ruined by her Zulu family. She then stows away in a young man's car whom she believes is the king's advisor. On the way to KZN, he discovers her in the back seat. He turns out to be a childhood friend of hers, and she falls in love with him as well. Her American thinks she's been kidnapped. He goes out to rescue her, misreads the situation, and breaks up with her. She agrees to marry the young Zulu man, and at the big Zulu wedding, the American comes back, and she has to choose between the two men. Well, my hopes and aspirations for Cannes is to basically get a lot of contacts, to find distribution, but to also test the film with a different audience, because we want the film to be able to travel outside of South Africa.
It's about a young girl called Khanyi Khumalo who travels all the way from KwaZulu-Natal to Johannesburg, the city of gold, to seek fame and glory. As you know, Johannesburg, in our story, it's a backdrop of the entertainment industry. It's like the Broadway of South Africa. So everybody who has big dreams to be in the entertainment business, ups and goes to Johannesburg to try their luck. Our hopes are partly met. We've got we have met agents from the US who are very keen to sign the movie up and distribute in America and African diaspora, because the movie is all about Africa and African diaspora. It's about the backstory of the movie, really.
I'm here with the film Asina Mali by Dr. Mbongeni Ngema, and it's about Comrade Washington, who is sent by Amnesty International to look at the conditions in the prison, and he's working to use theatre, drama, song and dance to overcome oppression, to allow people to reclaim their heritage and their sense of dignity. Here in Cannes, we're looking to meet people to start talking about the film. We have plans. We know that it's going to do well in the United States. Dr. Ngema has a very strong following there. So here in Cannes, we're looking at Europe, we're looking at worldwide, and we just want to start having conversations with distributors and sales agents, see what their response to the film is, and so far it's been very, very positive. So it's just the beginning of the conversation. It's going to be a long conversation. This film's going to be around for a while.
South Africa is very talented and they've produced a lot of content. But if that content does not see the world, we will find that we will not get the best out of that content. So it is always important for us to go to the world so that we can say to the world, this is the content that we have made, and we can find markets for that, because at the end of the day, all the talent, there needs to be business behind the films that we are making. So we are here to open doors for South African film into the rest of the world.
We decided that we needed to bring in young filmmakers to Cannes to make presentations of their work. In fact, that is how Senzo Zindela ended up teaming with Thailand directors, and now they're going to have this big movie happening in South Africa.
The National Film and Video Foundation always hosts a home away from home for the South African film industry, and this is the South African Pavilion. The South African Pavilion sees throughout the festival over 2,000 visitors coming through. These are people from all over the world that come to us here in order to meet and engage with South African filmmakers. From there, they can produce content together and they can tap into incentives that are made available by the DTI as well as the Department of Arts and Culture. So networking platforms hosted by the National Film and Video Foundation at Cannes are very critical in that respect.